Great. So, hi, Hannah.
Hi, Mobani.
Finally, we are meeting.
Yeah. Via screen.
Yeah. So, let's begin with what is happening in our countries right now, all over the world, actually. How is
Yeah.
COVID situation there?
Okay, so COVID situation in Japan is, I guess in Japan, the number of infection cases are relatively small compared with other countries, but it does now increase. So yeah, we have to be careful about that in Japan.
Lucky you actually in this case, because India was the second in the list of still having second and third waves in many states. It's like
Mm,
once it went down and then again it started rising. So we are facing quite a lot of problem because of that.
mm,
uh,
I see.
COVID situation, especially it worsened because there are many festivals in India, especially
Mm,
in the month of October and November and December. So people are tired now. We are this 2020, if possible, should have been wiped off of the calendar because
mm,
people have been frustrated quite a lot from March, and now it's November end, so people are not listening also right now.
mm.
That's why the cases are increasing, but the good part is our recovery rate is good, quite good, 90%, more than 90% we have the recovery rate. So that's the good news, but still people are getting infected out there, and it's not a very good situation.
I see. So how about schools in India? Like do school have to close due to COVID-19?
Uh, yeah. Our schools and colleges were shut down in the month of March, mid-March, and they haven't reopened yet.
Really?
Many states did try. Many states did try in a week or two. In 1 week, there were like 100 and 200 students getting infected, and
Mm,
the staff was having the same issue. So that's why they decided to shut down the educational institutions again. And
really?
neither the schools nor the colleges have completely reopened yet. The administrative staff are working. They do their job, but students are not yet comfortable in going out there. What's the
Mm.
situation in Japan?
Okay, so from March to like June, we couldn't go to school. I mean, I'm in the senior in high school, and due to the school closure, we couldn't go to school for like as long as 4 months. So it was kind of tough. But from September, the school gradually kind of start to open, and now we actually spend a quite ordinary lives.
Oh,
Yeah,
right now it's like a fairy tale to me.
yeah. But
Like,
as it is getting colder, the infection case began to increase. So yeah, I don't know what will
oh,
happen next.
oh, that's not good because we are still waiting with crossed fingers for a
Mm,
vaccine, an actual vaccine that's really effective enough for curing this disease. But
yeah.
yeah, did you have your exams online this year or something like that?
Yeah. Like in speaking of final term and midterm exams in high school, it was done kind of as usual. But
You went to the schools and colleges and gave the exams.
yeah, a lot of
Okay.
schools do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is seriously, it's really sounding like music to my ears because
Oh, really?
I cannot imagine, really, I cannot imagine this situation happening in our country right now, because we gave our exams through open book pattern. Like
Mm-hmm.
we were allowed to open our books, and online we got the question papers, and then we had to solve the things.
Oh,
So this is
really?
how most of the colleges conducted their examinations, because
Mm-hmm.
uh, actually the infrastructure regarding this technological infrastructure is not that good in India. When the virus hit, many of the places did not even have a proper internet connectivity.
Mm-hmm.
We had never used Zoom or Google Meet or whatsoever. I personally never had used it. I live in India and I know all these things, but still, we never used these technologies. And there were many poor people who did not even have the facility. So taking an exam
Mm-hmm.
in online mode was a huge task for a country like India. But finally, we were able to get through that also. Like COVID has taught us a lot of things right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I see, I
did
see.
you have any festivals that you all missed because of COVID?
Uh, I guess it's a lot. Like in summer, Japan has quite a lot of festivals all over the country, but due to COVID, we can't kind of gather together. So, I
Mm,
I don't actually miss any particular festival, but I actually miss kind of the atmosphere of a lot of people in one
yeah.
place.
Yeah, it really feels like I don't even remember the last time we saw a proper gathering of people and who were like fearlessly talking to each other. Now it's constant fear. Like if we are around people, it's like what if there's someone who is positive and what if we catch it?
Mm,
It's a constant fear that we have in mind. And in India,
yeah,
there
yeah.
are a whole lot of festivals that we like literally lost to COVID,
Mm,
because like I said, especially in the month of October, November, there are lots of festivals that are being celebrated in India.
mm,
And the count, definitely now, since people are very tired of all these things,
mhm.
they did come out and gather quite a lot, but still there were many who did avoid. Like my family did not go out or interact with people like we used to in the past years, but things have changed quite a lot this year.
Yeah,
So, talking about the coming month, what's the Christmas season like in Japan?
yeah, yeah. So in Japan, I think winter illumination is quite famous. Like, um, it's actually started in my in the closest station of my house, and what it does is just illuminate the building and like almost everything with light bulb, and it's really cool when it's get
Right. When
dark.
while writing the magazine with you,
Mm-hmm.
uh, while writing that article with you, actually, I read that in Christmas you all send greeting cards or something. I
Ah, yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah, yeah.
that arrives on a particular day in the 1st of Jan,
Mm-hmm.
if
Yeah,
I'm th-
it's not
so
actually Christmas card, but
are
it
people still doing it this year?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it is not actually Christmas card, but it's New Year card, and yeah, we have to
Yeah,
send it
New Year.
by the Christmas day. And if I if if I post it by the Christmas day, it will be definitely sent on December 1st.
Nice. Actually, the tradition of sending cards is getting lost in India.
Really?
People like no more send. Yeah, seriously. When I was a kid, we used to like go out and buy cards for our friends. And
Mm,
I especially what I did was, in the morning I used to like keep a stack of cards ready.
mm,
And my father is a very early riser. He would wake up at like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Then
really?
he'd go. So yeah, so he'd go to all of my friends' places because they lived nearby, and he used to put it through the letterbox. And in the morning, they'll used to get the card, and it was like a surprise that oh, Mobani has sent a card. So this was
Mm-hmm.
kind of a routine when I was a kid, but nowadays people are more like going the digital way, and
Mm-hmm.
the sending and receiving cards is getting lost. So I was the last one like to stop this tradition because
Really?
now no we seriously
Mm.
don't even get to buy cards nowadays. Earlier we used to have like street vendors sitting outside our places selling cards, but it's no more like that.
Mm.
So that tradition is getting lost.
Yeah, sending New Year's card is kind of like getting lost in Japan too. But I believe many people still do that, and I myself planning to send some this year too.
Ah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's that's really good because I still have like a whole bag full of cards that
Mm-hmm.
I had mainly when I was like 5 years old. Since at that time I had started collecting cards, and I still have all those cards with me.
Really,
And
that's
sometimes
wonderful.
I open and go through them. It's magical. The feeling is really magical when you like read all those cards, and it's like
Mm,
a flashback in the past. It's
mm,
really good. But yeah, people don't do that right now. Where in India, WhatsApp is quite common,
mm,
and people use that only to send New Year wishes
mm.
or Christmas or any festival. They do that. So it's no more cards. It's just forwarded messages.
I see, I see. So, what do you eat on Christmas Day or around Christmas?
Uh, since Christmas, Christians especially celebrate this festival,
Mm-hmm.
and since I have lots of Christian friends,
Mm-hmm.
we used to sometimes go to their place, and they used to bake those fruit cakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite common in Christmas, and we used to have that. And mostly then we used to go out for a picnic or something. There are lots of
Mm,
fairs that take place in different locations where we have swings and stalls and different sets of things. And then there are the mass prayers and everywhere. So we sometimes visit that also. So since I'm not a Christian, and I it does not happen in my family
mm,
or in my place, but still we enjoy it because I have lots of friends and I can go out and have fun with them. But this year I think that's
mm.
not possible in India. We are gonna sit at home, and that's really frustrating.
I see.
Seriously. So
Yeah.
what do you do on Christmas Eve?
Okay, so in Japan, many people do not actually have religion. I mean, they don't believe
Yeah,
in
yeah, I read
particular
that in the
religion.
article. I remember.
Yeah, yeah. So we kind of all celebrate Christmas and like Buddhism festival as
Oh,
well. So yeah, and
so
on
so do
Christmas
you
Day,
decorate Christmas tree and all?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I decorate
Nice.
Christmas tree and we eat strawberry shortcake.
Oh, so and let me ask you something. Do you believe in
Mhm.
Santa Claus? Do you
Well,
believe in Santa Claus?
I believed in Santa Claus like
Believed.
in the past, but now I am 18 and yeah, I kind of stopped believing it.
Got the reality. Got the reality bite.
Yeah, but I have younger sister who is still kind of
Still.
small. So yeah, I pretend that I'm believing it in front of her.
That's nice. Still, at least Santa Claus exists for a lot of people out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So good. So you get gifts every year, uh,
Ah.
even if it's not from Santa Claus.
Mhm. So each year the gift is kind of getting small.
Since you are getting older,
Yeah, yeah.
gifts are getting smaller. That's the disadvantage of getting older.
Yeah.
At one point of time you'll be old enough to give others gifts and
Mm,
you will stop receiving altogether.
yeah, that's true.
uh, so since we talked about Christmas, what do you all do on New Year's?
New Year's. So we eat traditional Japanese dish called osechi and go to shrines and like pray for our well-being and happiness and
uh,
etc. Yeah, yeah.
this in 2021 we seriously need that. We seriously need that blessing
Yeah.
because nobody expected 2020 to be turning out like this.
Mm-hmm.
So seriously we need that blessing. And what I feel from like talking with you, it's like Japan is like a lot of a traditional country. People still follow a lot of traditions, and India definitely does follow, but still we are like more getting or forgetting our tradition.
Mm-hmm.
But I find that you all still follow that, and that's quite a good thing, especially those card things, and like respecting elders and worshipping even if you don't have a religion. That's
Mm-hmm.
something beautiful. We should learn that from Japan anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
having no religion is kind of unique in Japan, but I think it is part of the reason why we still follow traditions.
right. At least you have something to hold on to. And it's good because in India, what I find is religion most of the time uh, has become an issue,
Mm-hmm.
and there are lots of fights going on because
Yeah.
of that. So, like, having no religion and a country having no religion is like really, really unimaginable for the people
Mm.
of India. Seriously, unimaginable. So let's talk about, like, since what you are doing right now in education wise, what have you completed or what you're planning to do?
Okay, so as I said before, I'm the senior in high school currently, so I'm planning to go to college like next year, hopefully if like COVID-19 kind of
All this.
diminish. Yeah. And I'm really interested in environmental issues. So yeah, I'm planning to major in
So
environmental.
your subject, okay, so your subject will be environmental issues in college.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really a burdening issue right now, and
Mm-hmm.
we are really careless regarding that. So that's something good. And since especially do you know Japanese as well as English, or how did it start?
Sorry? What? Sorry,
Like,
sorry.
since you are living in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
so the first or your mother tongue will be Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So when did you start learning English?
Okay, so I started to learn English in my first year in junior high school. So it means when I was 13 years old. So it's been almost 6 years.
Then I must say you have a very good English vocabulary with you, and you
Really?
speak very beautifully. For like, you have just learned that language. You have just learned that language for just 6 years. That's a really, really, really short amount of time. I in India,
Hmm.
we do it like since we are in class one, and that's the
Really?
age in like when we are like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
We enter class one in 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and since then we have English as a language in our curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I have the knowledge of English from like 12 years,
Mm-hmm.
12 or more, 20 years actually. So that's quite a lot of time, and you are just having like learned English in 6 years, and it's commendable, really.
Like, so
So
do you have to use English in like high school to do like test? Like, do you take tests in English?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah. We have all the tests in English. We
Mm,
have options for
mm-hmm,
like our regional languages like Hindi and other Tamil and Urdu, and there are many languages in India.
mm-hmm,
We have that option, but usually people do it in English.
mm,
And in schools, we mostly answer the questions in English only, except the paper that we have in Hindi.
mm,
There's a separate subject in which we study Hindi, so that paper is answered in Hindi, but rest all of it, be it history, geography, civics, maths, everything, we
mm.
do it in English.
Really? So
So
when do you use
yeah,
your
it's
kind of local language?
local language. Since I live in a state where the local language is Hindi, so we also have this subject since class 1. It
Mm,
constantly stays with us, and we have an option in class 10th to skip that language. If we want, we can continue with it, and
mm-hmm.
if we want, we can skip it. So the
Oh,
regional language is optional after class 10th, but English is compulsory. English stays with us till we pass school.
mm.
So English is something that's become very important, right? So when did you join Monomasumi for that?
Ah, I see. So I joined Monomasumi just say 7 months ago. I first submitted my essay in April, and then the next one in June, and yeah, and then I became an international ambassador.
Nice, because we seriously, since you are doing such a great work in English, and you are really putting a lot of effort in doing that, then definitely it should be appreciated. So have you read any novels in English?
Ah, yeah, I read some novels like The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway, but it was kind of a little bit difficult for me at the time. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking that same thing.
yeah, but mm, I have to say that it's kind of difficult for me to read novels in English, so I usually read novels in Japanese, but I do read a lot of
Right,
articles on the internet in
right.
English.
Right, because novels will take time for you because
Mhm.
it's not a short thing, and especially reading the whole thing in English will be tough. So, have you heard about Harry Potter?
Yeah.
You must have.
Hmm.
Do try reading that. I think it's a really nice book.
In
I personally recommend it, but it's a huge, huge, huge book.
yeah, yeah.
It has 7 volumes, and yeah, it's
It's
a 7 volumes,
really
and they
thick.
are quite thick.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, it'll take a lot of your time, but it's interesting enough. So but still, you have written quite a lot in English, and especially in Monomasumi when we collaborated and wrote that article. I never even imagined that you have been studying English for just 6 years.
yeah.
I seriously never got to know about it until now. That this is something like really good. I really appreciate that.
Really.
So, really.
Yeah, I'm glad
Uh,
that I worked with you.
and yeah, Viva's magazine was seriously an opportunity that we both had, and especially for me, I feel like living in India, we don't have a lot of international connect or exposure.
Mm-hmm.
So through this magazine, we got an opportunity to like interact with a lot of foreign students and people living outside India. So that was like right now I'm interacting with you. I found you in that group only.
Mm-hmm.
So that was quite a nice experience having you and the other people out there. I just interviewed Mr. Chang also. He's from Malaysia. He was in our group as well. So that's quite of an exposure, and I like that.
Yeah.
What did you like about the Weavers magazine actually?
Well, what I like about the magazine is that I could hear a lot of people's voice. I mean, every person has different perspectives, like interesting perspectives I've never heard of or
Yeah.
dreamed of. So yeah.
I believe there are billion people out there and there are billion opinion about that a particular topic. A
Mhm.
particular topic can be viewed in so many ways, and you really can explore because of this. And thank God we got that exposure and the opportunity. And I saw your photo for the first time in that magazine. I had not seen your photograph clearly when
Mhm.
it was published in the magazine. Then I got to know, oh, she's Hannah. I talked to her while while we were discussing about the article, and now finally I'm getting a chance to actually see you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have seen you on
That's a
WhatsApp
really good thing.
photo,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's nice talking with you
Yeah,
actually.
but your photo was really tiny. Your
Yeah,
photo was
yeah.
really tiny. Then I had to zoom it quite a lot.
Maybe I have to change
But
it.
yeah,
Yeah, the
I
photo
saw you
is.
properly in the magazine, and now I'm talking to you.
Mhm.
That's But I think in this way, COVID has been a blessing in disguise because I don't think I would have been able to interact with you at any point of time if this pandemic hadn't stuck us at our place. So since we are stuck at a place, we have lots of things to explore and do, and that's why we are communicating.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a really nice experience. Oh, I wanted to ask what do you all eat at your place on a daily basis?
On a daily
Because
basis. Okay.
because Japanese people are very slim. How all of you are so slim? Seriously, we need to we need to know that.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people from like different countries say Japanese are really slim, and yeah, I think this is doing part of our diet, everyday
Yeah,
diet.
seriously. So so what do you all eat on a regular basis?
Okay, so actually it's 3 p.m., so I've already had lunch for
Yeah.
today. So yeah, I'll introduce what I ate in lunch today. So I ate rice, soup, and several kind of meat, like
Okay.
some sort of fried chicken, but I believe it's not actually very healthy.
Because it's fried.
Yeah, but yeah, it is very typical
Yeah.
meal in Japan.
Okay, so yeah, we have rice in our meal, but what the issue we Indians have it that we eat a lot of quantity of it. We
Mm.
are not satisfied with this much, we eat a lot. So
Mhm.
that reflects on our bodies as well. So that happens.
Yeah, like
But yeah, you are getting all the nutrition through your soup and everything. It's all boiled, right?
mhm,
So it's all boiled stuff. So definitely it's not greasy and oily. So you
mhm.
are skipping all those things. That's
I see,
why
I
you
see.
are having a nutritious meal.
Mhm. So what do you eat with rice?
We have different dishes. There are like I said, every region or every culture in India has their own type of recipes, and it's like at our place we have a rice, and we mix that rice with different kinds of vegetables, and those vegetables actually intake quite a lot amount of oil
Mm,
while we cook it. So the oil goes, then it's fried. That also goes in our body. So all in all, it creates a lot of unhealthy stuff.
Uh,
although we think that we are eating although we think that we are eating healthy, we are eating lots of vegetables and everything, but it's all fried and cooked in oil. So
mm,
most of the nutrients vanish at that point of time.
I
So we
see.
the quantity is also much,
Mm,
I have seen Korean and Chinese and Japanese films or TV series, and I have seen people eating a very less quantity of food. It's like it's unimaginable for us that that's the quantity they are having for dinner. It's like our stomachs will remain empty for the night if we have that much.
yeah,
So
I
that's
don't think
it.
we eat really like small amount of rice each time, but I think we just kind of get used to it.
So rice is the staple food in Japan.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, but in our country there are different regions. Basically, there are many states which issues. There
Hmm.
are basically it needs a lot of water to grow, right? So the states which has this facility grows rice and paddy, and there we like people eat more rice. But
Hmm.
where I stay, here people eat more wheat. So it's wheat flour for us here.
Hmm.
But since I have a different cultural background, what we do is in the lunch time we have rice,
Hmm.
and in the dinner we have wheat flour mixed with different vegetables and everything. So
I see.
it depends on what we are like from where we are and what we prefer. It's if you
Mm.
come to India, you will be spoiled for choices because there are huge amount of option in eating, and in every place you'll get something different, and it'll be like, I have never tasted this. So
Mm.
you'll be like surprised. And
Wow.
I think we'll do another session sometimes. We have lots of topics now in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
mind.
Time flies.
Yeah, we'll explore more on this, and we'll discuss what topics that we can discuss more.
Okay.
It was really nice talking to you.
Me too. It was really exciting and interesting to learn about India even more.
Yeah, and definitely we should take tips from Japan regarding eating habits
Mm-hmm.
and the discipline. I have seen the discipline that you all have and you all follow in Japan. We have seen like there are images that we see you all follow rules quite diligently. This
Mm.
is something that we need to learn. This is something. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the meeting today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.